So here we are in Elm Grove, West Virginia. We got a bunch of Tea Party types out here, and we're going to go find out what's going on with them. I wanted to see if you guys wanted to, be in a YouTube video. Talk to me about what you're doing here today. What your protest is about today.
Well,
First of all, what's your name?
My name is Bob Connors. Who's this YouTube video for?
It's actually not for anybody in particular. It would just be put on YouTube for anybody who wanted to see it.
We the people of Ohio Valley. Anybody got a business card with them? I don't have one. That would help him out a lot.
Was there any particular reason you decided to come out today?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. We wanted to come out because it's Constitution Day for one.
Okay.
Most people don't know that, but we want to do that.
Tell me about Constitution Day.
Well, hold on a second.
Okay.
It's just something that we believe in the Constitution, and it is the law of the land, and
right.
People should remember it, read it, understand it, and know their rights.
Right.
Pretty simple. That's what we believe.
And it's okay.
And it's Constitution Day,
right.
So we kind of celebrate it, and we give away free constitutions for people who can want to read it and learn about what it says.
Right. Okay.
One of the things we do. We just have some simple things. I'm going to give you this card.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are what our core values.
Okay.
Those are the things that we
That
follow.
says constitutionally limit government, accountability, fiscal responsibility, and free markets.
That's it.
And so, the We the People Ohio Valley group feels that the government is not limited by the Constitution as you want it to be.
No.
And in what ways?
It says you have to read the Constitution, and in the Constitution there are enumerated powers. You know what that means?
Yes.
Okay, that's the powers that the federal government has. As long as they're involved doing the enumerated powers, they're good. When they go outside of that, the people have a right to say, wait a minute, you don't have that right to go there, or that's a state authority, state responsibility, not a federal government.
And can you give me some examples of where the government has overstepped its authority?
I don't want to get into this conversation, and I'll tell you the truth, I don't think you're what you say you are, and I don't think you plan on doing anything with this, to be honest about it.
Well, why would you think that? I'm just interested in what you have to say.
I'm psychic.
You're psychic. Okay. Well, I'm sorry you don't want to talk to me.
Read the Constitution and you'll see what we believe.
Well, I'm trying to find out what you believe, though.
I believe what's in the Constitution, and I'm not going to stand here and read it to you out of memory in the middle of what I'm doing.
No,
right now.
I mean, but you're out here protesting.
You can read it and you'll know all about us. If you read it, you'll know.
Well, no, I want to know about your organization.
I bet you've already read the Constitution.
Right, but I'm here to find out what your views are. It's not about me.
I believe that what the Constitution says is the law of the land, period. And if you want to know about each one, read it.
Okay, but your group is founded on saying that their enumerated powers have been overstepped by the federal government, and I'm just asking if you have any examples that you can give me.
I question a lot of things that they're doing.
Please don't video me.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to videotape you.
What's your name?
My name's Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
Victoria?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you are.
Who are you?
He's against the Tea Party.
That's what I thought. I just told him I don't believe a word he's saying.
Yeah.
Why don't you go away and go put your little toy away and go get on Facebook?
Yeah.
How do you know who I am?
Hey, we got
Go get on Facebook with your little liberal friends and tell them you went down to some Tea Party protesters and tried to get somebody to say something that you could use to make fun of them and all that. Go ahead. Just go away.
Well, why wouldn't you want to talk to me, though? Why wouldn't you want to convince me that...
Because I don't want to talk to you, period.
So you don't want to share your views with me?
Not with you.
Why?
I choose not to.
Well, how are you going to convince anybody if you can't...
I'm not trying to convince you anything. That's where you're making a mistake. We're not trying to convince you of anything. We want you to believe what you believe.
Really? I just ask him questions.
No, you're trying to twist this thing around and make kind of a stupid Facebook and YouTube video, and go make it.
Well, I mean, you could tell me what you're all about. That would help.
No, I think you have to understand the Constitution, and I frankly don't think you do.
Why don't you think I understand the Constitution?
Oh, I'm psychic. Look, I don't want to be bothered with you. You don't have a right to video me. If you put my video picture on YouTube, I'm coming after you legally. You
really?
got it? I'll be watching for it, and I'm telling you out here. You hear me? I want a witness. Do you hear me telling him? You do not have my permission to put this on YouTube.
Okay.
If you do, you will be coming after you with the law.
Really?
Yes. Count on it.
Okay.
You know what? You should take that other one off that you posted not too long ago. The overpass.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that.
We'll see if you have a right to go out and interview people and put it on
I actually
Facebook
do, because I'm a journalist, and that's my first. If you know the Constitution,
Feinstein said you're not a journalist. I'm sorry.
I am a journalist.
Feinstein says you're not a journalist. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not anywhere near a journalist.
Well, actually, I
I
am.
think you'd be closer to being an opinionist.
Well,
I think
either
that
way,
would be more realistic.
my speech is protected just like yours. I have a right, just like you have to be on this sidewalk.
Yeah, nobody told you can't be here. I just told you can't use my image.
Well, I won't have to use your image.
You won't have to. I'm telling you.
Well,
You won't do it.
I don't need to use your image. We're having a conversation here.
No, this conversation is not for publicity. I've told you several times I don't even want to talk to you.
Well, why don't you want to talk to me?
Why don't you just
then?
go away?
Why would you want me to go
What's
away?
the matter? Don't you have a life of your own?
Sure, but this is what I do.
Well, go find somebody who wants to talk to you.
Why wouldn't the Tea Party want to talk to me? I mean, you have an opportunity here to tell millions of people what you're all about.
You don't know. You can't get to millions of people.
I get to
Go away.
6 to 10 million people every
Go
week.
away. You don't know
She
what
knows
we,
how
you
big
go
my
away.
websites
You don't know
are.
what we believe, and you wouldn't understand
I'm
it if it was
asking you what you
explained to
believe.
You're full of crap.
I'm asking you what you believe.
No. Why don't you tell us what you believe?
I believe I'm here to interview some Tea Party members.
I think you don't know anything about the Constitution. Tell me about the Constitution.
You tell me
Tell
what.
me what the enumerated powers are.
You tell me why you're here.
Tell me what the enumerated powers are.
Tell me why you're here.
Tell me
I'm
what
asking
one enumerated power is.
Tell me why you're here today.
You don't never go away.
Can you give me some examples of how the federal government has overstepped its authority?
I think you need to ask us. You need to watch some other news besides CNN.
Well, no, I'm not the one out here protesting. So, I'm just trying to get some answers.